Hi everybody, it's Maureen, Crafty Sky Lady from Massachusetts. How's everybody today? Tonight, it's late. It's usually late when I'm doing my videos. I was swimming earlier, so this room that I'm working in, my back room, it gets very hot. Of course, it's been hot, and we don't need to talk about that, right? It's all over the news, and this room gets hot, so I've got fans up above going and fan down there at times, and yeah, it's not too bad right now. So I thought I'd do a video, little things to talk about, and then I thought we'd do a little of my recent interest in crafting. So let's see. Okay, I just listed a couple things on eBay. I've been trying to list a few items every day, and just tonight I made the 350 items listed mark. Wow, that's huge for me, and that's a goal that I kind of set for myself, and I did it. 350 items. I mean, think about that. That's a lot of work. And so these people who have thousands, kudos to them. I know it's taken years for them to get there, and who knows, if I can find the the room and the source and the this and the that, I may go that route too, right? But 350 for me is very good, very good. And I'll take that. I have been working, staying up late, and I've been really working it. Not only that, but I do the crafts and make jewelry. And I'm trying to think about some other sources to make some quick cash. And as we approach the fourth quarter, I call it, our holiday season, I want to have some things going where I can maybe approach a few more little vendor spaces downtown or in my surrounding area and see if they might like some of the stuff I'm doing. So anyway, and we have our barn too, so, and I may open the barn this Saturday. We haven't, since the tag sale a couple weeks ago, we haven't had it open, and we need to. There's things that need to get moved and get sold, and they're nice. There's nice things out there. And along with my eBay stuff, I've got a good store, I believe, good source of different items. Yeah. And so between clothing and knickknacks, I'm having fun with it too. I didn't think I would have as much fun, but I actually look forward to it. And the key for me is to treat it like a job, like as if, I'm dressing up and I'm going to work. That's, just like leaving the house, even though I don't have to leave the house. And that's the fun of it too. I mean, you can do it in your pajamas and nobody knows, right? But I do find, like, with this part of it, doing the video, you want to look decent, and so you do take the time to put a little makeup on and some lipstick and this and that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to treat it like an actual job. And that works for me. And I've started, I write lists here and there of things I want to do and accomplish that day. And sometimes I get away from doing that. But lately, I found myself doing that more, doing the list. And I actually find I get more accomplished, or I feel good about my day and my accomplishments, and I don't really beat myself up if I don't meet my goals either, but at least it's a good mindset of because I there's so much I want to do that I do tend to get that scatterbrain, or scattered kind of, okay, let's narrow this down and make a list and prioritize it. So, and I was outside today. I did a little bit out there. I worked on my crafting today. I listed the listing. Trying to keep stuff around the house, plus make our meals and keep that going. Laundry and dishes and all that stuff you have to do. Making bed. So anyway, I've been keeping busy, but one thing I've been missing a little bit, and it has to do with the weather, is here in New England, And the weather pattern throughout the country has been sporadic and way off balance. Something's going on with our ecosystem, right, folks? I mean, my God, things are strange. Don't even have to go there, right? The news informs us quite a bit of what's going on. But anyway, with that, here in New England, in my neck of the woods, every day it rains. It has rained every day for the last 3 weeks, I swear. And so my bottle area, it's all open, which I love that. But with that, I have to plan, okay, I have it like a little outdoor living room, right? Well, that means a couch and lots of pillows. I drive my husband crazy when I like lots of pillows and color, and I sew a lot of my own pillow casings, because that's the fun part of decorating, right? So, but because of the rain, I mean, why decorate it all up if I got to turn right around in a couple hours and take it all back into the barn? And it's work, because I might have a good dozen pillows that I set up, cushions and pillows and bedding, and it's a lot of work to haul that out, dress it up, haul it back in. But I do enjoy it, but I have not been able to really, honestly, do a setup and then say I can leave it, come in the house, go to bed, for the night, go to bed, and know that it's not going to rain buckets all over the stuff where I've got to put it all in the washing machine and wash it all. That's a lot of work for me. So it goes in the barn, but even that, hauling it, 10, 20 feet from the space to the barn or the bug house, it's work. So, and he can't help me as much as he used. His legs bothering him, and I don't expect him to, but I'm just saying, he used to help me a little more with that, and he just can't, and it's okay. I get it, but it takes more time. So with all of that, it's just us here, so I'm kind of missing that, sitting out there. And other summers, it seems like last summer, I had more, like 3 or 4 days I could leave it set up and get out there and use it and enjoy it, and not feel like I gotta hurry up and pick it all up again because it's gonna rain. And like today was a nice sunny day, dry, and there was no predictions of rain for the day. However, that meant if I set it all up, I gotta tonight I would have had to tear it all down, because it's supposed to rain later tonight and all day tomorrow. Wonderful. And talking about rain and the roof, and my roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Yeah, well, we had the roofers come, and they, a week or so ago, local, nice guys, young, got right up there, and he gunked it all up and got some slate and fixed it, right? Well, for 2 or 3 days with light rain, we thought it was all fixed. Yay! Because you have to wait. They'll come back, but to do the inside roof repair, ceiling repair. But you got to wait for a good rain to make sure they got it. Well, they didn't. It rained buckets, and I woke up to my husband looking a little forlorn. And I said, "What's the matter?" He goes, "Look in there." I look in the dining room. Sure enough, bucket on the floor, towels all around. It leaked bad, and it made even a bigger mess. And I hate to see it, because it's the room that we did just most recently do over. And, oh, God. So anyway, there's all. I tried not to stress myself out about it, but got back on the messenger and messaged them saying, sadly, it's still leaking. And they did get right back and say they'd be over this week. Well, they came today and yesterday and today. Yesterday. And two guys came, and I didn't even go out and greet them. I was so busy here, but my husband was out, and one of them brought their sons, 2 little kids. He said they were the nicest, well-behaved little boys, and he gave them some toys, and my husband kept feeding them with Cool Pops from the freezer, and they were so well-behaved. They played with the toys and stayed right by. They didn't bother anybody. They were great. You love to see that, you know. So anyway, there was that, and a couple of guys really got the old bucket of tar right to it. Eddie said they had a great big bucket, so that's good. I hope it's all up there, and I hope it dries well. And I'm not that I'm planning or hoping for rain, but it's supposed to rain, and I hope it all takes, because that's a real nuisance. And then the deal is, once we do get a good rain and it doesn't leak, to inform them, and then they'll come back and they'll do the ceiling, which is a mess. And actually, where the spaces, that needs to be done, but actually the whole ceiling needs to be done. I see cracks way over the other section, and I hope they do the whole ceiling. I really do. Let's hope, right? That'll look so much nicer. And then the wallpaper really didn't get it that bad, but I do have extra if I need to go that route in one corner. But overall, that's on the agenda. So anyway, I got in my pool a bit today, like I do every day. It's been nice for that. Oh, so relaxing, so refreshing. And from the dollar store, I bought one of those big layback floaties and got on that. And I do a little routine where I kick for 5 minutes with my legs, like riding a bike. And that's a workout, but it's good for my legs. And I'm feeling stronger. And when I go to PT, the girl's very impressed with my improvement, my progress. Yeah. So that's good. So everything's going good. So now, like I said, I would like to, do a little crafting. And I have something new. Now, being a YouTuber, and I watch many other YouTube people do things, craft, and, I'm always wanting to learn something new that intrigues me. And most recently, as you know, last winter I spent making signs, and I did all the hand painting with stencils or my own lettering, and that takes a long time. Well, I found a way through this lady, Deidre there, who does, the graphics with inkjet printers or laserjet printers onto standard copy paper, and you reverse text, and or you can buy them from her to all set. And I did start out from her Etsy store. I bought several of her words and graphics for making signs and little things. Well, my plan is to hopefully make a bunch of stuff where I can bring it to a vendor and say, hey, do you want to put these in your store for the holidays or whatever? That's my plan. So I've been watching her and the different methods, and I like her technique. I know that people have the Cricut machines. I don't. That's out there. It's one thing I didn't really get into buying, and I love the look of things that you can do, but I hear that the vinyl is pricey, and a lot of people are kind of steering away from using the Cricut, and this source is I think a better way, in a sense, if you can get the technique just right. And what it is printed out a couple, this is reversed already. Oh, sorry. Life is better in a small town. That's one of hers. And then I have to tell you, and so this is one I made. Now, kindness matters a little, because I want to put it on little shutter slats. I'll show you all that. Now, I have to tell you that in wanting to do this, I'm one of those, I want to learn it myself. I want to learn, okay. So, yeah, you can buy her graphics, and that's fine. They're not really pricey, but I bought enough. I don't want to keep spending money. I'm trying to make money. So I bought some, but anyway, I wanted to know how to do it myself so I can come up with my own phrases or little words I want to put on my own little things and make them unique and different and unique to me. Okay, so I go online. The last few days, I drove myself literally nuts. I am not kidding. Staying up late, trying, with the menu that comes up on the home menu on your Microsoft program here. Oh my God, trying to figure out how to reverse text. Finally, after about day 3 and wee hours of the morning and having it all messed up and not doing right, it would look it and then it would go away on me, and then I wouldn't get it at all. And for the longest time, I couldn't get it to reverse. I'd get it this way or that way, but not reverse text. Okay. Then I got thinking, you fool. Not that I like to call myself names, I don't. But anyway, you silly lady, all I had to do was go on YouTube and type it in. Show me how to reverse text on Microsoft Word. Hello. The minute I typed that in, 6 or 7 different things came up, and I picked one, and it was this guy talking and told you exactly what to do. I did it, wrote down the directions, and now I know how to do it. It's not that hard. It's a little step, this and that, and going into the right things. But I did it. So this is, you're seeing kindness matters, but it's actually reverse for me. Yeah. So anyway, and then here's another one that I did all these. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, upside down. Now see, that came upside down. I had to cut that out and fix it. But anyway, this is all actually reverse. You're seeing it. So yeah, these are some of, and what I'm doing is one of her suggestions is Deidre on, I forget what her channel name is, but anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, I'll move over there and we will work, and I'll show you what I've learned so far. And again, I'm only a week or so into doing this, but I'm already somewhat getting a sense for the technique, and I gotta buy some more products. I need more Mod Podge matte. That's one of the key ingredients, and I only have a little bottle. And then I did buy plaster of Paris, which is another key ingredient for making her chalk paint. And you also need a latex flat. Well, when I went to buy the latex flat, one little can, that was pricey. So, I do need more of that. But anyway, maybe if I can buy a big can on sale, it would last longer. I don't know. I got to work that part out. But anyway, the plaster of Paris wasn't bad, and I got a bucket of it. That should last me. But it's the flat paint, the latex that you need. And that's all a substance that allows the graphics to hold and adhere better, and you're wise to, like she said, leave it 48 hours, or 24 hours or 48. And I did some yesterday, so it's been about, because it was late when I did it, so it's been about 24 hours. So I wanted to try, and all you're doing is taking a little dish of water now. This graphic is face down on a little piece of wood, and all it is slats from repurposed, from old shutters that were in the burn. And it's funny because one of her recent videos, she's doing it from shutter slats and making these little signs. And I'm thinking, oh shucks, I don't have any shutters. I guess I'll have to start looking around. I asked Eddie, do we have any shutters? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them upstairs in the barn. And there were. I went up there and I found some tall and brought them down, all chippy painted. Got him to help me, and we got them off the frame, cut them, palm sanded them, and then cut them in half, the longer ones, and so that they're about this long, most of them. And yeah, you make these little signs, you can drill holes, you can put jute on them, a big wooden bead, and, you know, display them with different words on them, different phrases. People like them for gift tags or for just, you know, anywhere you want to put something like that. Your workspace, just a little something that makes you smile, makes you laugh, or lets other people know about you, a little something about you maybe, or how you're thinking, or, you know, something like that. Like, today I will let the universe provide. How cute is that? And that would be nice at Christmas time, or smile, or give someone your smile today. This too shall pass. Amen to that. Kindness matters. And then I got some funny ones I want to do, and I got some holiday theme ones I would like to do. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with my whole crafting thing lately. And again, getting back to the jewelry too. We take a sip of my peach cold iced tea. Oh my God, so good. Bigelow, perfect peach, delicious. I steep water and put a bunch of bags in and let that sit there all day, and then put it in a, once it's cooled down, put it in a pitcher with ice and my Truvia sweetener. Delicious, yeah. And even my husband and my friends that have come by and had it love it. It's a good one. So anyway, let's do that, folks. Yeah, I got some ready, so, and I have a little dish of water. And what you do now that you've taken your slat, it's all red prepped because it had the chalk paint recipe that I put on it from her recipe, and I'll talk about that. And then you know, you let those dry overnight with the paint on them, no words on them yet. Then the next day, once they're good and dry, you put your graphic on reversed, and you know, you put Mod Podge matte. Just brush it on, not too heavy, onto your graphic, and you know, get it on there. Press it down good with your hands. Make sure it's on smooth, and you let them be and let them dry really good overnight, at least one night. Then you're going to take a little dish of like very slightly warm water, a little rag, or your fingers, and you just dab it in the water, and you just start rubbing the paper off. And what you're going to find is hopefully the graphic stays. If you rub too hard, you're obviously going to rub it all off. And that's why you also just use plain, you know, printer paper, your plain paper that you buy from like Staples or one of those. Yeah, nothing fancy. And I did a couple, and it does work, but again, as you do it, you will learn the technique, because there is one of them I must have been rubbing too much and the word broke, and it didn't adhere. The ink did not adhere. Now, I am using an inkjet because I don't have a laser. And she said you can use either or, which you can. She stresses that a laser jet printer is a tad better. The ink appearance in it is stronger, and it comes out better with the rubbing, but eventually I may invest in one of those, but for now I don't have that. So I'm using inkjet, and I did just get new ink, so that's good. So let's navigate over to my chair over here. And like I said, I got a little mess going on because I've been crafting, but we'll sit and we'll craft a bit more to make this video. Sound good? Okay, let me do that. And like I said, I'm in my bathing suit with a bathing suit topper. It's like a dress, and it's old, but it's my go-to wardrobe pretty much for the summer, folks. It's cool, and I need to stay cool in this room because it gets hot. And the other day, I was sweating bullets. Talking bullets. Okay, let's go. show you what I've already done too. I don't like this chair as much. This is the chair that I had over there and it was driving me crazy. It's not the best chair, but anyway. Okay. Let's get this going. Okay. Like I said, this is my little jar of Mod Podge matte. This is all I have, so I really need to get some. Now this is Mod Podge. I have this, but this is satin. This is more, for the sealer, and I did use it on sealing, but it's not what you're going to use for these little jobbies. Now here's one, and I don't know if it did it or not. We're going to see, because I just wanted to get the word. This is one I did last night. Here's some I did last night, so we're going to work on these to see if they took. Try a few of these. Oh gosh. Alright, now. Oh, I got mixed up. Okay, I'm not taking these. Okay. I think I just did this. Yeah, I did. But kindness matters. I just did today. I don't want to do these just yet. I'm going to move these so I don't get myself confused. They got to dry more. Oh, and this is what they look like. Painted up with the plaster of Paris recipe. And I find I just take my hand, go like this, and then I work to get some of these graphics on. Now, this is my first attempt. I haven't done any more to it. I will eventually drill a hole and put some jute in a bead. But this is a little smaller. But this is kind of what this one looks like. Again, these are my first two. I would like the letters bigger, but you got to start somewhere. So this is one I did, and I'll keep it for me. And here's another one. Again, you got to start somewhere. Be the best you can be. And I would make that be bigger. But again, I'm just starting with ideas. And again, you got to start somewhere, right? So I did those. I'll keep them. I got plenty here. And look at them all. I got to paint. Oh my God, tons of them. And these are sanded. That's the paint that was on them, but I will be painting over that with the chalk paint. Yeah. So, and maybe getting a little more off too of the. And here's some other graphics that I have, but we're gonna work on doing some rub-off of the ones that I already did. And I'm going to show you one other thing. This is a bigger one. I had these boards I picked up. They had fruit flowers on them, vintage. From a thrift store. I got another one, 2 of them. And I did this one. Life is better in a small town. And it's just the words. That was one of hers that I bought, graphic. Okay. But when I got it on here, I thought it needs something else. So I picked through my stencil stash, because I have a lot of them, and I took the stencil, and I just used one of the heart shapes there. Just dropped something, and did this, and this at the bottom, with a black dry stencil for dry brushing, and I kind of like it. And then I just roughed it up, and I've got one coat of sealer on. I've got to do a little more, but I kind of like that. And the other one I've got something going on about. I stay up late making stuff, something like that. But anyway, one of the things as you can see, right there, it looks like paper, more like decoupage too. And I guess that's kind of what you're doing. But my fear was if I kept rubbing more right there, I felt like I was going to rip that tea. And I didn't want to do that. So again, she keeps stressing that as you do it, you will get the technique. But yeah, having fun with that. So again, when you're out thrifting, look for things like this. These were only, I think I paid 49 cents a piece. And they were like a goldish. They were pretty actually, but I mean, I wanted the wood. Now here's what. Ooh. Sorry about that, folks. I have my supplies. This was oh, this is the little can that I thought was a little pricey. It was. I gotta look back on my slip, but it was something like $11 or $14 or something. And I don't want to keep buying that, you know. I gotta find a better way for that. But anyway, this is the other one, and this is with the chalk paint recipe. And I had to put a couple coats on to cover the thing that was underneath there. Now, I would have been smart to paint black on it first, probably. Then in a chalkboard paint, maybe, and then this recipe on top. I don't know. You got to keep playing with things in that regard, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to do that one up too. But anyway, this is something I kind of like it. I'll keep it for me, but I will work to try to make that better so you don't see stuff like that. But being my first one, not too bad, you know? I'll take it. So, I've got some here that I did, like I said. So let's see if they took. So I'm going to move the camera down so you can watch my finger movement as we work on that. Okay? Alright. I got a little dish of water here. And I got a little piece of rag. I'm just gonna cut a little piece. Not the best scissors for cutting fabric, that's for sure. Okay. I really just want a little swatch of this. This is just a rag. Matter of fact, I was working with it the other day, so it's got stuff on it. But it's all this stuff that I was working from. Where'd you come from? Oh, I got more stuff falling down around me. Alright, let's put that away right there. That won't bother nothing. Okay, so it's just a little piece of cloth. I'm going to dunk it in here, but I'm going to wring it out good. Alright, you don't want it drenched. And we're going to see any of that. I hope it took. My finger nail polish is coming up. That's what that is on my fingers. Alright, so then you just take it and you start dabbing, she says. You can start to see the letters appear. It's upside down, okay. Which I do. I'm starting to see the letters. The letters come. There. You don't want to drench this. You just want to. So this one says, today I will let the universe provide. Now we'll see if I got it good. If I can do this. If not, I'll just keep working away till we get it. Now that's good and wet, I believe, without being too much. So then, with that aside, then you take your fingers, that's what she does. I gotta cut this part off because that's not good. I don't know, this one doesn't look like it stuck good right there. I don't think it did. Oh, alright, so then she just starts going around and you just start, you see what that's doing, folks? You do it slow enough. You don't press real hard. You really don't. You're kind of letting those words go, leave their print there on the wood. But it's not, what I notice, it's not really setting the ink into your wood. It's kind of, you're leaving a little bit of the paper and the words behind, if that's making any more sense. Yeah, I really like this lady's videos, and she does a good job, for the most part, explaining it all, and you can, there's a lot of different things you can buy. She's got all kinds of ideas and stuff in her shop, so I mean, it's all good, and they're priced right. They're priced good. Don't get me wrong, they are. Yeah. I've learned a lot from her already, and I watch her as much as I can to get the gist of this. And again, I'm not entirely sure that I've gotten it yet, because like I said, you want to, don't want to rub too hard, because you will ruin it. Then, when you're all done, you drill the hole, you can put a bead on, whatever you want, charms, at the end, and then you seal them with a sealer so that it's all locked in. coming. You gotta have patience with it too. But what I find too is, like she said, she'll sit all day with just playing music and just, she's got several of them to work on, and just, and then some people say, well, don't your fingers hurt and this and that, but I guess, like she said, they really don't, because she said, I'm not pressing hard, and that's the key. I don't think you want to press too hard. Yeah. Yeah, now see, now there you go. Come on. coming, but you gotta be patient. Wow. Oh, kind of fun, kind of interesting, too. Yeah, it's kind of mesmerizing a little bit, you know. It does kind of stay there. Yeah, you just have to get it on. That's right. Wow. All right. There it is. Now see that T right there. I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, yeah. That little word there is not making me happy here. That does not. Might have to fix that with a little marker after. Yeah. So I'm finding that you gotta be careful. You got to be careful because it will rip. And you really don't want to get those words off. You're trying to, if anything, keep that on there. Having a little trouble with this word provide. It wants to lift up there, so I've got to make sure that I'm going extra careful. Yep, and over here too, so yeah, I see what you gotta do. You kind of gotta let it kind of blend in. Okay, now I see a couple sections where you could still want to lift, and I don't want that. So I've got to make sure I'm getting all that paper off, I guess. But yeah, if I go too much, I'm lifting the, don't want to lift the paper that's there. Okay, now I can still see. Ah, alright, wait a minute. To YouTube and just typing it in, and a bunch of different videos came up. Pick one, and that should get you through it. Yeah. So if I can take. Where's the ones that I gotta cut a few of these. Okay, kindness matters. Where's that? Oh, positive and negative out. That's a good one. Alright. And I have a little bit smaller one. Oh, these are all, oh, these are longer. Okay. I gotta paint some more, I guess. All of those need chalkboard paint. Okay. Okay. Just kind of making sure there's no border. But I'm going to be ripping that off anyway, right? Okay. All right. Positive in and negative out. All right. So let's put my Mod Podge all over my strip. A little bit more on my paper here. Oop. Hair's coming off. I don't want a hair on there. I think that's good enough. Alright, positive in, negative out. Right in the middle. Kind of like that. Right? Alright. Okay, I got a bunch of them to let dry, right? Alright. The rest of these I've got to paint with chalk paint. Now this is looking pretty yucky and I was gonna throw it away only because I just made it. But she said it will last a couple days. I don't know, folks. We'll see. Let's see. Looks more like an oatmeal color. I gotta stir it up. Still moist. I guess it's not completely dry. Watery though. This was like 1/3 a cup of plaster of Paris. 1/3 cup of water and a cup of latex paint, I believe. I'll have to write it all down from her thing because when I did it at first, I think I screwed the recipe up a little bit, but I just added it till I thought it looked the consistency where I needed it. The plaster of Paris and the paint and This is very watery. Yeah, that's too watery, I think. I'm going to add some plaster of Paris. It just looks so watery. I don't know. Supposed to be that watery? I don't know, guys. That's the part I'm not sure of, you know. I just still new at it, so I'm trying to figure it out myself. I don't know. It just looks so watery. You can't paint with that. I'm going to add a little bit of this plaster of Paris, guys. What the heck, right? That's better. It feels a little more. Ooh, I'm getting that all over me. Let's see something. This can. Losing it because that can was right here in front of me. Because. Oh well. Yeah, there it is. There might be just a little tad enough of this in here to make this all work, but I'll tell you, this was pricey. So yeah, it might be a little bit like this. Very little. No, folks, is this maybe watery? I really don't know. I think I'm going to add more plaster. But yeah, this little can was expensive, and oh, here it is. This is my. Let's see what it was. Yeah. Spray paint, hunter green, crazy glue, bird feeder. So this isn't the one where I got the crazy glue, bird feeder, spray paint. Oh, look at the something, one each. Oh. What? Wow, I didn't realize I paid that much for a bird feeder. Ooh. I paid $32 for a bird feeder. I wanted a bird feeder down near where we sit, and I didn't realize I paid that much. It's a certain kind I wanted, but boy, don't do that again. All right, well, anyway, this, I'm going to add some more of this. I think that's the key to the plaster of Paris, so I'm just gonna, to the chalkboard paint is this stuff. And I'm just gonna add it till it thickens up just a bit more. There we go, that's a little better. This doesn't look like paint. Still kind of thin, but I think I can get away with it. We got these. I can put these aside, and I'll be putting sealer on them after. But yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna pour some of this in my cover. Ooh. I'm just gonna see if I can paint a few of these. Yeah, it went on a little runny thin the other day too when I did them, but at least the recipe that I followed, it wasn't real thick when I did it, but you let it dry. It's kind of a chalkboard texture, I guess you're looking for, so that the graphics adheres good. And again, this recipe is now altered because I just added to it because being a crafter, I don't know, in my mind it just didn't look right, but we'll see if I screwed it up. I don't know. I don't think you really can screw it up. I think you're just looking for a chalky texture for the, like I said, the graphics. to adhere, that's all. Which kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. I'm going to do one side and then the other, I guess. Okay. Move all of that. Oh, this is one I gotta fix. Alright. That's graphics. I'll put those over there. And something else. Alright, here's this. I'm just gonna put them on there for now. I'm gonna do a few of them and see if they do anything. Kind of crummy looking stuff, but it's that texture you need. Yeah. Making a nice mess. I'm good for that. So anyway, folks, I think I'll call it a night here. I've got a couple of those painted. We'll see how they dry up, right? Yeah. Like I said, I am getting late and I'm getting sloppy and I'm making a big mess. Oh, you gotta laugh at yourself, right? It was nice of my husband to get these ready for me. He's so good that way. He really is. He's a gem. He's a good man. He really is. He's a nice guy. Mr. Sky. Yeah. All right, that's about that. Okay. Just sip out my drink here. Okay, folks, I'm coming back up at you. All right. I won't bore you any longer with all my crafts. But anyway, that's what we did tonight. Chatted it up a little, and we did some crafting. We'll see how it all goes. I'll keep you informed of this project, and I hope you had fun with me. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And until we meet again, which will be in a few days, week or so, I certainly hope the universe provides. I really do. Thank you now. Bye-bye.